You are now watching a Lucky Penny Shop product feature. Hey, it's Lucky Penny Shop. Thanks for following through. You saw us unbox the set, and here's what the food looks like. Hey, let me show you up close. Here's our McNuggets. Gotta love a two-piece McNugget, huh? And then here is the shake. Now, we use the dark chocolate for this, not the light. And we'll tell you why in a second. And the French fries, come on, extra salt, some ketchup. How could you go wrong with that? And then our hamburger. So there's the bun. We made the tomato and the pickle. Wasn't part of the set, so we just, added to it. Look at the bottom of that bun. Scrumptious, top of the bun. That looks like the bottom of the bun. Why? Because these cool little dies here. There's an ABC die. Let me show you A. There it is. This is the actual meat patty. Okay? And a nugget. There's the B die, which is this one here. This is the bottom of the bun. And then the C die, which is the top of the bun. Pretty neat. So once you make it, you craft your little hamburger, and you end up with this cool food. Now, how do we get this scrumptious nugget color? And doesn't it look original? If you're eating a nugget right now. We took yellow, orange, and the dark brown, and we remixed it to make that cool color. All right. So now you've seen the food. Let me reset here, and we'll show you how to use the machine. All right. Thanks for checking in. Hold on just a second. All right, you're back here. So now we're going to actually make a nugget and the bun piece. So this is plate C. So you take your dough, you stick it in your nugget compartment, and you stick it in your bun compartment. Now, you may or may not have the right amount. You just got to play with it a little bit. And you press this down. And you lift it back up. And there is your nugget. I have to play with it a little bit, just, adjust the dough a little bit. And then your bun. Now, the bun could have used a little bit more, but you get the idea, right? You get the idea. And then to take the plates out now, this bottom one pops out. Okay? And then the top one's got this little piece here that you push in. I still found it for my hands, it's still hard to get out. So I took the yellow and I wedged it a little bit. Once I did that, I was able to get it out. Okay? So now the hamburger patty, let me take that. That's plate B. We'll put plate B in there. Actually, no. That's B is the bun. Let's finish the bun. Okay. So we'll make another nugget while we're here. So we're making a nugget and the rest of the bun. Okay. So let's go for it. Just push it down. There you go. There's my nugget. My McNugget. So I got my two McNuggets like you saw earlier. And then this is actually looks like the top of the bun. Okay, so let's make a meat patty. So pull these out again. Push this down. You can even press it down from this side. Pops out too. Then let's put the meat one in, which is the A. We won't make a nugget this time. We're just focusing on the meat patty. So put your lump of all beef in there, push down, and there you go. Got a lot in there. Trim around it, and you got yourself a nice meat patty. And you put that on your bun. Remember your bun? There, and there, and there. There is your scrumptious hamburger. All right, so how do you make the French fries? That's this side here now. Let's see. Oh, lifted it the wrong way. So you put your little die here on the back, and that's the fry, which is the square one. So you just set that there, okay? And then you're going to fill this up. Here. Let me just tilt the camera down so you get a better shot of the French fries coming out. See them down there? So you just keep pressing. Make them as long as you want. Clip them off. Then you can fold them and put them in your fry cup. And then the milkshake uses the same one. I'm going to have to mix some dough here, which I don't like to do. So basically it's the same process, except you're using the brown or a tan. Sorry about that. And you're using this piece of the die here, and you're going to put that on the extruder and extrude it the same way. But let me show you here. You've got cool pictures on this. Look at that. Pretty neat, huh? So it's a fun set to play with. You know, we're McDonald's people. We love McDonald's. We love Play-Doh. We love just having fun. Hey, I'm going to bite one of those nuggets. Mmm, tasty. Thanks for watching our videos. We do appreciate it. Later. Product video. And always remember, if you see a lucky penny, pick it up.